Well, I just brought him in. It's quite a bit later than he'd normally come in. Why are you putting it all over the place? Been wickering away, he has. Because I left the door open while... careful, dear. I left the door open while I went and got his food and water from outside after I brought him in. Because I'm going to get him in, he sort of ducked. I said, no, no flying, no flying, and had to run to him to stop him flying to me. And as I'm bringing him in, he's wickering away to Floyd and announcing the fact that he was coming into the kitchen and he was going home, he was going to bed, much to Floyd's absolute disgust, who really swore back at him. It was quite comical, really. Of course, I couldn't video it because I needed both hands to carry him. He doesn't like me carrying him underneath his body, you know, under his chest and under his bum. He doesn't like that. He likes me gripping both sides, wings and thighs, and lifting him like that. He relaxes completely when I do that. If I try and pick him up any other way, he really reacts violently and he hates it. So I think he's still got a problem going on with his innards somewhere. I'm not quite sure what. Perhaps he did break a couple of ribs or something when he was crashing around. Perhaps when he fell off the perch the night before, you know, the morning when I got him in when he was really bad, and the perch was in bits on the floor. If he fell off of that and then crashed into it, you know, he could have done himself some real damage. So he may have broken a few ribs, and perhaps that's the reason why he doesn't like the pressure underneath. But yeah, as you can see, he's eating heartily, and he seems to have got stronger as the day's gone on. You alright, Bob? Yeah? Good. That was a definite That was a good boy. Clever lad. He does seem to drink an awful lot, though. I mean, he hasn't had an awful lot to eat on this particular occasion, but he does seem to do. I mean, this was full, and he's still going at it. Yeah, we'll put you in the cage tomorrow, Bob. I mean, not put you in the cage, you can roost in the cage tomorrow so you can have your food and water in the feeders hanging on the bars and help yourself and do your own thing. Feel more like a proper chicken, eh? Yeah. Get a bit of self-respect back. And his wattle's healed lovely. Just one tiny little area where there's still a scab on it, but that's gradually going to sort of work its way out towards the edge as everything heals underneath it, and then it just falls off, basically. Yeah, is that it then? You done? No? I haven't got a lot left. Yeah, as I was saying, I left the back door open when I went to get his food and water, and he was in here. And as I, he came back in, and came back round through the gate, he was on his way out the door. Much to the dog's absolute horror, they didn't know what to do, because they knew he should be in here, because I put him in here. But they knew they mustn't touch him or try and round him up to put him back in here. So they're both standing there, wagging their tails, looking at me and looking at him. And, as I say, quick, do something, Mum. He's coming out. He's not supposed to be out. He's supposed to be in the kitchen. That's where you left him. I came around the corner. I said, Bob, what do you think you're doing? And he went at me and then came back in again. In front of me, so that was okay. Where's he off to now? Oh, don't tell me we're going back to the shoes. You're going back to your shoes, Bob. So this is how it sort of all started, this stomping, but I mean, he's stomping at the moment, but nothing like, yeah, we're going back to the roost on the shoes. Oh, I don't Look at the shoes, peck around, see what's what, stand on the shoes, eat the laces, and then get ourselves against the pole and night-night. You are funny, Bob. There you are. You're a funny old rooster. Yeah. You comfy then? You'll be alright there for a minute, will you, while I do all the others? Yeah? Yeah, then you can stay there until, I don't know, till I've finished fiddling about on my laptop, and then I'll put you to bed. Well, you're going to come out again, are you? Then I'll put you to bed. Oh, you're not comfy there? No? You're not in the right place? Well, what do you want to do? Oh, I see, you want to go that way. So you can see. Oh my God, what is the prof shooting? Don't know if he's shooting the fox. Try, bang, there we go again, trying to shoot the fox or shooting the rabbits. He asked me the other day if I had rabbits. I said, water ship down here, dear. That's the third shot today. It's one this morning, but then the ravens were around. And I know he's got chicks. Now he's right on the shoes now, look at that. But now one after the other shot. Oh, he's going to eat braised timberlands. You like being against the timberlands, don't you? Being on his shoes completely, but with your face in the timberlands. Okay. Alright, we'll leave you in peace there for the minute while I go and shut your brother up and everybody else, and we'll see you in a minute, Bob. Yeah. I'm hoping he's going to start singing in a minute. No, that's not singing, Bob. Yeah, you can hear the turkeys. Are you going to sing? Are you going to sing, Bob? No. No. No, you're going to get up. What are you doing? Are you going to lay an egg now or something? You're not comfy on the shoe. Okay. Okay. You're not on the timberland correctly. Alright then. You going to sing? No? No? This looks really peculiar. It looks like he's got feet. What are you doing, Bob? You got something stuck? Hey? Poor Bob. Yeah, I'm going to put you to bed in a minute. Even though you're quite happy on the shoes, aren't you? Perhaps I'll put your shoes in there. Why are you doing that? That's a new thing. Don't do that again, please. That's worrying. He's still beak grinding from time to time. Not as much as he was yesterday and the day before, but he is still. You alright, Bob? That's not good though. I don't like that. I wish he'd stop this stomping and just walk normally, because that's how it all started, his fitting. He would come stomping into the stable and he sounded really peculiar. It sounded peculiar, and when I looked at him he was sort of crouched down and stomping his feet down, and then he would stand up, shake himself and carry on as normal. I suppose that I noticed that two maybe 3 days before he would have had his first fit, unbeknown to me that it was a fit. You know, the first morning when I went in there, the drinker was over and didn't quite know what had been going on. And I say now he's gone back to this stomping, not quite as much as he was before the fitting started. Oh, he's got his beak resting on the timberland. Bless his little cotton socks. He's asleep. Well, nearly. He's not crouching so much as he was when this all started and stomping, but he is still stomping. But that may be because he still feels a little bit unbalanced and a bit insecure with his moving forward, considering he hasn't properly moved forward for about 5 weeks. And he's walking forward perfectly happily now and doesn't go backwards at all, so each day he's progressing 20 leaps ahead, so let's just hope he doesn't take even half a leap back. Alright, Bob. No night, love.